All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on that big, flashy magic trick everyone's talking about, but maybe doesn't fully get. You guessed it, artificial intelligence.
So let's just start with a question that might feel a little spooky. How does your world seem to know exactly what you want, sometimes even before you do? You know that feeling, right? Like when Netflix just serves up a show that you are instantly, completely hooked on.
Or how about when Google Maps somehow finds a crazy shortcut around a traffic jam you didn't even see coming?
Or, my personal favorite, when Spotify builds a playlist that just gets you. It feels like it's reading your mind.
All of this feels like some kind of sorcery, doesn't it? Well, spoiler alert, the secret isn't a spell book. It's all powered by artificial intelligence, and the secret ingredient is data. Just tons and tons of it.
Okay, so to really get how AI works, forget about computers for a second. Instead, just think about how a little toddler learns about the world around them. It's basically a super simple process. Step 1, you show it a picture. Let's say it's a cat. Step 2, you give it a label. You say, cat. Then you show it another one. Also a cat. This fluffy one? Cat. Step 3 is the big one. You repeat that 1 billion times. No joke. The AI tweaks its own understanding with every single picture until, finally, you hit step 4. It becomes an expert. It can spot a cat it has never ever seen before. It's like a toddler, just, without the tantrums or the sudden need for a nap. And this right here, this is the real aha moment. See, AI isn't about some super genius programmer writing an infinite if this then that statement for every possible thing in the universe. I mean, that's literally impossible. Instead, it's about building a system that can teach itself by finding patterns in massive, and I mean ridiculously, mind-bogglingly massive amounts of data.
Which brings us to what I like to call the Russian doll principle. Think of AI as the biggest outer doll. That's the whole field, the big idea. Now crack it open, and inside you find machine learning. That's the actual process of learning from all that data we talked about. And then inside that doll, you've got the smallest but most powerful one, deep learning. That's where these really complex, brain-like networks do the super heavy lifting, finding patterns that are way too complicated for any human to ever spot.
All right, so now that we know how it learns, let's talk about the different types. Because just like ice cream, AI comes in a few different flavors, and trust me, they're not all created equal.
This table breaks it down perfectly. First up, you've got narrow AI, which I call the one-trick pony. It's an absolute genius at one specific thing, like filtering spam or playing chess. But if you ask it for dating advice, you're going to get nothing. Now look at the today's status column. This is basically all the AI we have right now. The next step, kind of the holy grail, is general AI, an all-rounder that can think and adapt like a human. And then way out there in sci-fi land, you have super AI, the stuff of movies, for now.
And here is the single biggest takeaway from all of this. Even the most incredible, mind-blowing AI that we have today, and yes, that absolutely includes things like ChatGPT, it is all still just narrow AI. It might be the most talented, versatile, prize-winning pony in the entire world, but it's still a pony with a very specific, though very complex job.
So you might hear narrow AI and think, what's the big deal then? Well, think again. This isn't some far-off future technology. It is the invisible engine that is already running your daily life. Seriously, you've probably used it 5 or 6 times since you woke up this morning. I mean, let's just run through a quick list, shall we? You unlocked your phone with your face? That's AI-powered computer vision. Your inbox is mostly free of junk? That's AI filtering. Asked Siri or another assistant for the weather? Natural language processing AI. And hey, remember that traffic shortcut and that perfect playlist from the beginning? Yep, all of it. All specialized narrow AI working for you before you've even had your first cup of coffee.
Okay, so we've seen the trick, we know it's not actually magic, but why is understanding how it works so incredibly important for all of us right now?
Because any tool this powerful has 2 sides to it. On the one hand, you've got this incredible, world-changing promise. AI helping doctors find diseases way earlier, automating all of the boring, repetitive tasks so we can focus on what really matters, maybe even tackling massive global problems. But on the other hand, we have some real challenges to figure out, like dealing with bias in the data it learns from, protecting our privacy, and just making sure we use it responsibly. And that's exactly why understanding this stuff isn't just for the tech gurus in Silicon Valley anymore. It is rapidly becoming a necessary skill for pretty much everyone.
It's for anyone who wants to be an informed citizen, who wants to have a say in the kind of future we're all building together in a world that is being completely reshaped by this technology.
So the takeaway here is really simple. The AI revolution isn't on the horizon. You are living smack dab in the middle of it. It isn't some loud robot clanking down the street. It's the quiet, invisible intelligence making the systems we rely on every single day just a little bit smarter.
So, we're going to leave you with this thought. You've seen behind the curtain. You're not just watching the magic show anymore. You know how the trick is done. And knowing the secret, well, that empowers you to become the magician. So the real question is, what problem would you solve with this magic?